Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account. So we have a couple more time emblems, guys, and this is really continuing trying to get that awakened version of Belinda. We know the awakened version, or not the awakened version, the awakened hero is coming pretty soon, which should be up on Tuesday. 7 more cards. Right now our account is at 52. Now there is an article over on Reddit, guys, that they were sharing that 10 pulls doesn't make a difference. Single pulls doesn't make a difference. They've done, I think at this point, hundreds of thousands of pulls. So again, it doesn't make a difference if you're doing singles or if you're doing tens. Doesn't make a difference with the pity timer. Doing 10 pulls are not going to affect anything. And again, looking at the data, that is what they've kind of come to the conclusion. So I'm hoping within here, guys, that we can do and get that last copy with our last 7 cards. We have to be really close, guys. We're coming up on the 60 plus summons at this point. There's another chest right there. Last card again. It is not Belinda, so that takes it to 70 or 59 cards. 59 cards is where we're at, guys. Still continuing to really push. We want that awakened version of Belinda. She is almost done, but she is absolutely definitely eluding us. We have the mats to engraver. We already have the 3 of 9 furniture, so we'll be able to amplify the damage for her. And of course, that is because of the Abyssal Expedition that we have going on. So at this point, guys, the Abyssal Expedition's been up about 11 hours, 12 hours. Starting to see a lot of progression. Look at that, Village 3 giving us some resources. Also leveling us up a little bit. Very nice, getting up to a knight. Now here, of course, tile limit goes up by 5. Available heroes, beasts, still the same, but the relic cap does increase. Now remember, guys, we were going for tank. We are going tank this one with the caveat. So looking at the heroes, guys, I put in this best in slot team. I put in this boss killing team, actually right here in the bottom. I put some tanks in here with the awakened version of Thane. Now, the big reason for this one, guys, we could have swapped this up to a couple different heroes, but the awakened version of Thane will actually get the Star of Dawn once we get to a certain point within our relics. He'll be able to carry the Star of Dawn, so he'll be the same level as the tanks are on our highest level. So again, we're going to continue building this one out, guys, and it looks like we might even have enough. This is going to make a huge, absolutely huge difference when it comes to the tanking ability of these heroes and actually the utilization, because they also do get the new skill within here. And again, picking one specific tree or one specific faction, that is what you want to focus on, guys. Now, a lot of the heroes, again, as we do continue a little bit further, you'll see we'll build up actually all of these to level 3. Then we build them all up to level 4. That is due to the quests that we do have in here. Acquire 2 rare blessed relics. I need 1 more rare blessed relic. Looks like a tiny more, and then we'll already be on the rank of Baron, which of course gives us 15 more heroes, meaning we're going to be able to make a lot more progression in there. Now, looking at our map as it is today, guys, you can see, let me hop back to my encampment on this side, and you can see there is a majority of pathing. A majority of the heroes are already at the boss or close to the boss right there. Once you get to the boss, guys, you do want to take one of these single tiles out here, and I'll show you exactly why. So when you take the single tile, and we're going to take it, we're going to drop out our beast. Let's drop out the beast. There we go. When you take one single tile in here, you actually have the ability to set an encampment, which again, I'll show you guys in just a minute, or you can do a settlement. When you do that settlement, it gives you a bonus. So right here, you can settle. You'll see FHG YouTube right here. When you are settled, when you look at the boss, right here, it gives you this top little buff. Your settlement tile is connected with the boss tile. Damage dealt to this boss shall be increased by 5%. So we are getting a bonus in here. Now with the boss, guys, we do want to wait a little bit. You want to wait till you get your relics built. Essentially, really one of 2 things is going to happen. If you go to the boss and you attack the boss too early, you're going to just literally burn through an incredible amount of stamina with your heroes in here, meaning that going forward, trying to move tiles, trying to take different places, you're going to have a lot more of a difficult time because, again, you burnt too much stamina on the boss. Now, the second thing is if you're burning all of your stamina, again, it's a lot more difficult to move. And literally, you're just throwing heroes that are not built, that are not developed, right against the wall. So general rule, guys, about 3.2 or 2.2, 2.3 is where a lot of players have found kind of a sweet spot. And again, it depends on if you're running a competitive Abyssal Expedition, if you're running a casual Abyssal Expedition, which is exactly what we're running in here. This is not competitive. This is not for points. Also, remember, guys, this is the beta version. So with the beta version, there are no records. There are no total leaderboards when it comes to the ranked rewards, the frames, all of those things. There is nothing in here, guys, but you can see made a very, very solid path. Took a while, but did make a very solid path through here. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to clean up a lot of these tier 4s that we do see in here. I'm making it a lot easier to actually farm up these rare relics, sticking again with a couple of these tier 4s. Some of them can be pretty challenging. So again, dropping a couple, and I don't like how they reorder these guys. Now Grez, I want to keep with the rest of my team down here. Again, we're focusing on the awakened version of Belinda and the damage she's going to do to the boss. So that stamina we're actually just going to save until we get a considerable amount out of here. And I'm hoping, looking at my level, the enemy level is 265, guys. My level is 310. Now that is based on your resonating crystal level or your RC level. Every 10 levels you have on the resonating crystal is actually going to give you one more level within the Abyssal Expedition. Again, slow this down a little bit, guys. See exactly if you can get through here. And again, once we get that starved on, it is a game changer when it comes to Thane. But we're also to the point where my tanks are doing a considerable amount of damage just being in the tanking aspect. And also, guys, the big thing with the tanks is when you start getting further into different zones, they do not get the debuffs that the rest of the heroes do, which is actually this third ability right here. Heroes receiving this blessing are immune to the negative effects caused by settlements. Once you start getting, I believe, tier 6s, some tier 6s, 7 and 8s, they actually have these negative faction effects and a couple other things. Heroes are immune to it, or the tanks are immune to those aspects, which again makes it incredibly easy. Now at this point, we are literally just at the farming stage of the Abyssal Expedition. We are farming up these relics. Once the relics get to a certain point, we'll actually be able to take out that boss and then continue our progression. So at this point, tier 3s, tier 4s are your target. Looking at tier 5s, guys, chances are they're way hard. If you're looking for these and they're in the red, chances are you're not strong enough to take them. If you try to take them, even if you try to do swaps. So when you get to the town 2s or the tier 5s, this is when a lot of players start the swaps. So what they do is they will come in with their absolute best team. They will take out the first team in here. Another player will come in and take the second team, and vice versa. So you guys will actually combined together take out tier 5s versus you soloing both teams with, again, that allows you to come in here with your strongest team and actually take out that team. So I'm going to go through here, guys. I'm going to farm up the rest of these tier 4s. That is where, again, we're going to sit for a while. The difference between tier 4s to tier 5s are very high. As you can see, we're like yellow, probably almost green at this point, and we're still red within here. The tier 5s are really, again, that starts the elite relics, but that also starts the point of wanting to farm and hold those tier 5s. Even when you start getting more settlements, a majority of the settlements that you do possess are going to be those tier 5 towns that you pick up early. So guys, that'll do it for today's video. Again, we are a couple hours into the Vault of Time at this point. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.